he has made a significant part of his work to help those who deserve respect and equality. And for the LGBT community, he's lent his voice and leadership in extraordinary ways to help further our own equality here in New York and beyond. As leader of the Episcopal Church in Rochester, which has tirelessly promoted the full inclusion of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in the life of the church, he used his position over the last several years to promote marriage equality as an important civil right. He recognizes the importance of treating all lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people equally, both in his church and in the broader community.
Thank you, Bruce, and thank you for helping put together this wonderful evening. As an advocate for the Pride agenda, Bishop Singh was a leader who signed on very early in support of our legislative priorities: the Dignity for All Students Anti-Bullying Bill, marriage equality, and transgender civil rights. He delivered the Pride in the Pulpit address at the 2009 Equality and Justice Day in Albany. One of the most prominent faith leaders to lend his name in support of marriage equality, Bishop Singh followed through with action to match his deeply held commitment to equality, especially at some of the most critical times of our work. Leading up to the marriage vote last year, he spoke at the Rochester Faith Press Conference, which enabled us to counter our opponent's faith rally held that very same day. When we needed a faith leader to sign a statement affirming that the current marriage bill already provided protections for religious institutions, Bishop Singh stepped up to the plate. In addition, Bishop Singh is a constituent of Jim Lisi and personally spoke to him about the need to pass marriage. Please join me and Bruce in recognizing the Right Reverend Dr. Prince Singh, Bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Rochester, with our 2012 Community Service Award.
Truly humbled to receive this on behalf of a community that I belong to, known as the Episcopal Church. Are there any Episcopalians here? And I do so recognizing that I inherited leadership both in the laity as well as in the clergy of this faith community that goes way beyond our lived experience, so to speak. Thinking about Bishop Bob Spears, Bill Burrell, Jack McKelvey, and many individuals who stood up in solidarity with a community that needed friends at crucial times. And it comes back to a very simple but profound value that we hold in the church and as people of faith. And that is to preserve and protect the dignity of every human being. And as someone who's been married for over 20 years, I want to suggest that marriage is a good thing. If you haven't tried it, you should. It makes your life a whole lot better, because none of us by ourselves as individuals can be as fulfilled as we can be with a companion, especially when there is true love. with great humility, I would accept this award on behalf of a community. And it feels like when we gather together in a place like this, with all kinds of differences, can still come together and create a sliver of heaven. Because when people come together and share companionship and camaraderie and are able to laugh and celebrate, there is heaven. And so I hope you can spread this joy that you have with others, because obviously it's a very hard fight. But it's good once in a while to be able to come on the other side with a little sense of hope and victory. And so you who've been charged, if you will, with the possibility of getting to the promised land, going beyond, I hope will carry that light wherever you are. And especially when you're alone, to do the right thing, when no one is looking, when there is no camera. And together then we can make a better New York, a better United States, and a better world. So on behalf of my community, I'm honored to accept this. God bless you. You are God's beloved.